Well, opera singer Maria Callas is considered one of the most iconic performers of the 20th century. Her story has now been brought to life in a new movie starring Angelina Jolie. Director Pablo Larraín's film, Maria, focuses on the final week of the diva's life. And entertainment reporter Catherine Tulich spoke with the director and, of course, Angelina Jolie herself.
I'd like to walk with you through your life. Should I call you Maria or La Callas? Tell me how it felt to be on stage.
An exaltation, an intoxication. I thought the stage itself would burn.
Congratulations on an extraordinary film. Angelina, I feel like sometimes there's a moment where a role just comes along at the right time and just means so much. What was it for you about sort of basically coming to do this role, coming back, you've had a little break, and also what was it about Maria Callas you felt you could really connect with?
It certainly does feel like something that came at that time, and in many ways it was, I couldn't have imagined this, how much I needed this as a woman and as an artist to be in safe hands with such a great artist and to be encouraged to do something I didn't know I could do. And it's very important to be frightened in something that you feel is possibly impossible for you. So you're asked to meet a challenge. I came to really care about her. The motivation was I do love challenge and I love the music and I love working with Pablo. So I felt that this human being, this woman, was not as understood as she should be, and I wanted to change that.
Sometimes this thing happens, the thing that's happening right now.
There's a point where self-confidence becomes a kind of insanity.
Pablo, what was it about Angelina that you just thought could really tell this story, and you tell this story so beautifully sort of towards the end of her life?
Well, I think you need a very special type of presence. It's not just a performance. It's just embodying, a kind of mystery, a kind of a sense of stoicism. And I think Angelina did something very beautiful and challenging, learning how to sing and be able to do it in camera. It's very challenging, but it's someone that has a lot of discipline too.
It's one thing singing, but opera is this whole skill and there's so much to do.
Oh, I had no idea. You can't fake sing opera, you can't kind of sing opera. And that's the most beautiful thing about it, I think, not only to do it, but how we receive it as an audience. There's a reason why we receive it differently. It fills us differently because it comes from everything you've got. Not just the sound, the technical, but also the emotion. I have such respect and such love for this art form now, and I do let the music affect me in my life now, and I hope more people do.
You're listening to opera more, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
What do you think people will learn about Maria? I mean, even people that didn't know her.
I hope they have more empathy for her.
Yeah.
I hope they can see all the aspects of her that are familiar, that we know, and understand this performer and this woman and this life and her life, her style, her sound, But I hope there's this, that Maria's been given space, the woman, the little girl that grew up with all these challenges. In her last years of her life, there was a lot of people who were very cruel to her. The critics were very cruel to her. Many people were very unkind. There was something very sad to me when I realized what this last week of her life must have been and how unloved and unseen she must have felt by so many. So to me, to bring audiences back through her life to this moment, and when somebody says, I was so sad when she passed, when somebody watches this film and is emotional when she passes, then it feels like it's restored something. It said, yes, have some empathy, because she was a beautiful human being in many ways.